All right, we're back to another episode of Armand's Opinion. This time we are talking about the new series Ballard. And if you're a fan of Bosch, like I am, I think, look, I'm wearing my Everybody Counts or Nobody Counts Harry Bosch shirt. I get, I get cat hair all over it. Ignore the cat hair part and just focus on the words. I'm a Bosch fan. I'm a fan of the books. But I was definitely me and my wife definitely a fan of the show, and very sad to see that it ended. And so my thing was when we watched the last season and the last episode or so, Renee Ballard arrives, and now this is a character that I've only read one maybe two books um, with her in it, Michael Connelly. I still have to read a lot of the other books. Um, I've never read any of the Lincoln Lawyer books either, which is odd. So anyway, when Renee Ballard shows up at the end of the last season of Bosch Legacy, I was not thrilled. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought the character was. She seemed very flat, one dimensional, angry, did not work well with others. She seemed to be a very by the book character, which I guess is fine if you're pitted against Harry Bosch. Maybe pitted against isn't the right word, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I didn't get a good vibe from it, and based on a lot of the comments that I was seeing online, not a lot of people got it. Not a lot of people were like, "Oh, I can't wait for this series." More than half the people were like, "Oh, I don't think this is going to be good. Oh, this is I got a bad feeling about this one," kind of thing. Me included, my wife as well. My wife, basically, we sat down after watching Bosch, and she was like, "I don't like this character. I don't think I'm going to like this. So let's watch. We'll do like we always do. Unless we absolutely hate it from like the first episode. 3 episodes. We'll give this 3 episodes and we'll see what happens. There's 10 episodes in this series. Let's see what happens. We start watching the show. We start watching it, and I'm like, you know what? I like her. Not a bad character. Many dimensions. She's got a great backstory. We're gonna get to learn. She's got a home life that we're gonna learn about. She does other things besides going to work. She's a surfer. She's got other things. She's got a boyfriend on this, so there's other things for the character, just not, let's just, every scene is going to be her being a badass. I can't stand that. Especially the actress involved, because she's a petite woman. And it's hard to, I mean, it's hard for me to watch shows like this where she's immediately just kicking ass. I guess a little bit of a spoiler for the series in general is she gets her ass kicked a couple times, which I enjoyed. She's beaten up, she's hurting, she's not this super woman who's just going in and beating the crap out of everybody. So I liked that part about it. I loved her team. I thought all of them were great. Again, and if you've watched any of my videos, I have a hard time with damsels in distress or super women. Drives me nuts. And they're every character, even especially the female characters, not even, especially the female characters, are uh, very well rounded. We got backstories, we got reasons for them being um, part of this cold case team with Renee Ballard. We have a lot of what I did like is we have a lot of her backstory uh, her troubles being a in the homicide. Why did I say homicide? Homicide division, and all the problems there that she had before the show begins. So again, we got her life backstory, her personal life backstory, and we have her work backstory. And I liked both. I thought they were like the books, well written. Uh, her other characters, we had just some really good um, secondary characters in this. I thought it worked well, and that I was very happy with. It kept you going, even if Ballard wasn't necessarily front and center on the screen at all times. And she is for most of this, which is good. There's no side quest characters where we do an entire episode where she's not a major part of it. She is the focus, and I like that, just like we did with Bosch. Now let's speak about all the cameos in this, which was one of these. I'm sure me and my wife weren't the only ones that were sitting there, and all of a sudden, people from Bosch show up, and it's like, well, there's Harry Bosch, there's Mo, there's Crate and Barrel, there's Honey, um, there's J. Edgar. It was a lot of very good cameos that move the story around, that make you realize we're still in that same world, but we're not going to. When I heard there was going to be a lot of cameos and stuff of characters from Bosch, obviously as a Bosch fan, I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. But then as there's that other part of it that's like, uh-oh, this is like those many sitcoms that basically in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, in the aughts, that were, hey, we're going to do, this actor who has been in this long running sitcom, and now he's got a new sitcom that nobody's watching. So let's bring in a character that is his former wife from his other show. Let's bring in the boyfriend that we did so well with, and that was like, oh no, we're gonna do this. We're gonna basically this is gonna be Ballard, but then this is gonna be Harry Bosch running the show, kind of thing. And that was the fear, because then why don't you just do another season of Bosch? It was not that. I'm going to tell you right now. Spoiler alert. It was not that. It was these characters coming in and adding those pieces to the story to continue moving the plot along, to helping out Renee Ballard and the Cold Case team. And I thought that it worked brilliantly. I would imagine we're going to get a second season out of this thing. I gotta imagine. And I hope to see more of those cameos, but side cameos. I think that will be very interesting going forward, as we see how this progresses, and we see how the character progresses. The only thing here's the thing I don't like. And listen, I get it. I'm an author. If Netflix came to me and said, hey, we want to buy your Dirty Deeds series, you should read that. 12 books, phenomenal. And then Amazon came to me and said, hey, we want to buy your First Coast Thriller 6-book series. Again, great. Well, there are characters that cameo in those two books. It's all set in the same world, kind of like Ballard and Bosch and Lincoln Lawyer. I would do that in a heartbeat. The problem with Michael Connelly books, is he works with Netflix and he works with Amazon Prime. So a lot of people who don't understand, I don't want to be a jerk, who don't understand how the world works, how reality is. Everybody's like, oh, I can't wait, Lincoln Lawyer, because the next Lincoln Lawyer is, Bosch is in that one. No, Bosch is not in that one, because it's on a rival network. They're not going to loan Bosch out, the actor who plays Bosch, to the other show, which sucks, because the Lincoln Lawyer and Bosch are half brothers in the books. That would be amazing. Okay, if all these characters could interact, if the three main characters could, it's not going to happen. So why are we, why are we crapping on Ballard? And I'm seeing a lot of that negative of, well, it was really good, but it would have been better if. Shut up and just enjoy the show. All right, there's my little rant there. Anyway, Ballard, I'm going to give it 4.6 of 5 stars. I think that's a pretty good grade. That's a pretty good grade. Um, Bosch, I would give it like a 4.7 or 4.8 easily each season. Lincoln Lawyer, I'm going to be honest with you. This next season better kick my ass because I'm going to give it like a 4.3, 4.4. Doing some retro grading there. Retro grading. There you go. So thank you for hanging out. Please, please subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me if you watched it, what you thought of the show. Tell me if you haven't watched it and you're looking forward to watching it now. Whatever the case may be. I like to go back and forth with people. I like to chat. I like to do things. So let me know what you thought about Ballard. Let me know what you thought about my review. Let me thought whatever you think about anything. I don't anything. Just please subscribe.